So there are some games growing up that were just so special to me, so special that I can't really put into words how much they actually meant to me, and how much I actually enjoyed playing them, and how much I really want everyone else to play them, and everyone else who hasn't already played them, young or old or whatever, to really give these games a shot. The whole purpose of this is for me to show you guys some games that I really enjoyed as a kid, in the attempt to inspire you to go back and play some of these. It's a nice nostalgia trip for me too. So here goes, my favourite ever game. Kind of starting on a high here, but I don't know where else to start. Enjoy. So when I was a real young pup, Mum took us to Tandy Electronic and bought us our first ever gaming console, a Super Nintendo, and we were so goddamn excited. We only had one game at the time, which is Super Mario All-Stars, but man, we played the hell out of that game. I reckon we would have played it, I don't know, from start to finish, maybe 10 times. Amazing game. But then one day, Mum brought home something new, something that would change me forever. I don't want to sound really cliched and really, inspirational, but this game did honestly change me, and it developed me as the gamer I am today. This game was, of course, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. Now, like I said, I had no other games, and none of my friends had Super Nintendo, so I never actually played Donkey Kong Country 1. But this thing looked amazing. The box art looked incredible. Had so many eye-grabbing things, and because I was so young and so excitable to see all this stuff on one box, had my mind going into overdrive. Now, my sister's older than me, bigger than me, and tougher than me, and still kinda is. So she took control. I don't even care. Just seeing this game for the first time, starting on a pirate world, being wrapped up in this new world that I haven't seen anything even close to before, it was a whole new experience for me. And even though at the time the 3D rendered graphics were kind of getting played out, it was still so nice to look at. And even today, I still consider this to be one of the best looking games around. Even with today's graphics and whatever else, this game looks stunning. Now, one thing that all digital media, whether it's TV, movies or games, struggle with is creating good depth, especially on a 2D platformer. And wow, Rareware do this so well. By having something as simple as a rock or rope or whatever in the foreground, and having a background that doesn't meld perfectly with the middle ground, it creates this perfect sense of depth and a level of immersion that other games struggle to find. Even top level movies struggle to get. A balance that all 2D games had to find was having interesting enough background to immerse the player, but not having so much that it would draw attention away from the important stuff, or worse yet, make the characters, enemies, platforms difficult to see. The Donkey Kong Country 2 does this perfectly. Not only that, but everything creates a sense of feel. The pirate ship feels like a pirate ship, the lava feels hot, and the spooky areas were spooky. I actually remember being scared of the woods area because of the ghosts. And even the sound of the little dangly rope things scared me. Often playing with no sound just to make it through. Yeah, I was a bit of a bitch. But the sound, the beautiful, beautiful sound, to the grunts of the clomps, the clucks of Squawks the parrot, the oot oot of Ramby the rhino, even the banana collection sound, everything's just so pleasant. And I don't mean pleasant as in nice. Some of it was really dark and ominous. Just hearing the sound of the shrill screams in the background of the roller coaster level still sends shivers down my spine. But there are two sounds that stand out above everything else. Finishing level and smashing out the guitar, then the opening rare tune. Goosebumps to this day. Now, this is probably nostalgia goggles talking, but I seriously consider this game to have the best soundtrack of all time. All the music just suited so well. I actually remember laying on the floor of my bedroom drawing Pokemon with the game music playing in the background. So much attention was spent on making the music suit the theme. The best example of this is the mining music. The music not only had a great underground feel, but the sounds resembled that of tools being clanged together. It also had a very gloomy but positive tune to it, resembling the attitude of old school miners. But there is something special about Sticker Brush Symphony. Flying through the thorns, constantly being killed by the wind or a randomly placed zinger, somewhat felt okay with the song in the background. Ah, nostalgia central right now. Now in this game you played as Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong, who as a kid I saw as his girlfriend. Are they related? Maybe it's an Ethan and Ela situation. So Diddy was fast and Dixie could fly. The advantage of this was tenfold, getting to new areas, flying over hard areas, being able to fall at a slower pace in case something went tits up. It's funny though, because playing this as an adult, I didn't actually favour her. In fact, I kinda preferred Diddy. He could run faster, jump further, climb so damn fast. I guess I don't need control as much as a little spastic child I once was. And looking back now, my level completion, I pretty much finished everything with Diddy. She just felt really slow and really quite awkward to control. I much preferred the fast-paced action of Diddy Kong. Also, what the hell is Diddy doing here? Floating? Riding her? Just don't think about it. Words cannot express the excitement that I experienced when playing this game as a kid. This is the day before walkthroughs or spoilers existed. When we played games, we experienced the excitement firsthand. The only time we had stuff spoiled for us is if a friend was further into the game. But even then, hearing them talk about fighting a possessed sword only got me more excited to get there. The variation was, and is, what wins this game for me. Having really only the Super Mario games to compare this to, I was blown away. Going from a pirate world straight to lava, then straight into a swamp, a haunted run-down amusement park, to a spooky Halloween horror zone, off to a castle, and lastly to a Hindenburg-style blimp with some added reptile. No game at this point varied this much, and I for one was in love. I remember being so excited to finish a zone, just to get to the next zone and see what it would be. Seeing the overworld when moving to the next area set up so much excitement, but with this excitement was fear. As we followed our little monkey friends, we moved further and further away from the safety of the ship. At times, away from the safety of land. A platformer without land, enter the animal buddies. Playing as a monkey that could climb, fly, twirl, roll, jump, and hold overly heavy barrels wasn't enough. Riding a rhino so early in the game unleashed my little mind into predicting what else I'd be able to ride later in the game. As I said, I never played the first one, so riding a rhino, amazing! Later we ride a swordfish, snake, spider, and my personal favourite, Squawks the parrot. Most of the time these animal friends meant you could reach new areas, unlock bonuses, or make the level easier. Then came the animal barrels. Entire levels were designed around being the animal. This way, when you died, the animal wasn't lost, and you were stuck playing just as a monkey. You restarted the level as the animal friend. But then, this level came. My sister and I literally played this game 3 times, from start to finish, and every single time got stuck on this level. We would play it a few times, get frustrated as all hell, bitch out, and delete the file. And repeat. It wasn't until a few years ago that I finally beat this level, and man, did it feel so damn good. Then came Screech's Sprint, the final boss, and once it's finally done, or so you think, you're thrown into the Lost World. You know those games like Super Meat Boy and some levels on Super Mario Maker that are just so goddamn hard that even like a pixel away from perfection means instant death? Well, Donkey Kong Country 2 did that first. This Lost World is hard, man. Even now, I struggle hardcore with this game. And even getting through this, you think, okay, cool, I've done, the Lost World. Okay, now I have to redo the final boss again. And actually, it was kind of easier. Doesn't take away from the fact that this game is really, really hard. And getting the 102%, even though I'm in my mid-20s, feels incredible. I'm often asked if I want this to be remade with today's graphics, and honestly no. It was the art style, the 16-bit music, the limitations that Rare were presented with that made this such a masterpiece. Even writing this review now, I get shivers, goosebumps, smiles, and start to throw a tantrum in my head. This game is special. It's a game that defined me. With the animals, I learnt trust. With the bosses, I learnt perseverance. With the goddamn snake acid level, I learnt to bitch out and run, and come back when I'm an adult and still struggle. This is the kind of game that I will be showing my kids one day, sitting next to them in awe as they too experience these life lessons through the power of Rare. So thank you, Chris Sutherland, and thank you, Rare. Without this game, I doubt I'd be the gamer I am today. Sue them! How do I sue them? I'm gonna use the green! When you... Oh, it's a dead monkey! The monkey. Save it! Oh my god! Wow, that's really upsetting.